morning, and thank you for joining us as we celebrate our wonderful early college seniors. While this is not the way that we had planned to honor them, I am grateful for and proud of the 120 early college seniors that we will recognize tonight. They are amazing young adults, and we know that this is just the start of their journey. As we look toward the bright future of these students, I'd like to take a few minutes to reflect how our EC program has evolved. This school year, the 2019-2020 school year, marks the 10-year anniversary of early college's inception. Students, 10 years ago, we did not have any seniors in our program. In fact, we only had 197 total students, including freshmen, sophomore, and juniors. Today, we are proud to serve nearly 500 students, and I can easily say our students are amazing. When the program began, one of the foundational visions was to create a program that would allow students to earn transferable credit while also earning their associate's degree or Core 30 degree while simultaneously earning their high school diploma. In 2011, a year after early college was established, the Early College at Center Grove was able to offer 11 dual credit classes, and many of those classes were taught in conjunction with Vincennes University professors. Today, I am proud to say we are able to offer 28 dual credit courses, all of which are taught by our own Center Grove High School credentialed teachers. What many people do not recognize is that to teach these classes, our teachers have had to earn their master's degree in their content area. They have been exemplars of lifelong learning, and I am grateful to them for all of their hard work and additional time that they have dedicated to make our students have the opportunities available to them to take these classes. Because of the increase in dual credit offerings, the number of students to earn their associate's degree and Core 30 certificate has also increased. The graduating class of 2013 was the first cohort to have the opportunity to earn their associate's degree or Core 30. Within that class, only 3 students earned their associate's degree, and no one earned their Core 30. Class of 2020, today we celebrate you. Your cohort has 45 associate degrees, 63 Core 30 certificates, and 12 dual credit recipients. Additionally, together, as a group, you have earned 5,913 dual credits at your time here at CGHS. Parents, this equates to you a grand savings of over $951,000. Yes, parents, that reduced price that early college provides, these credits would have cost students nearly $1 million at Vincennes University. And if those credits were taken at a state university, it would have cost over $5.7 million. Wow. We are very proud and grateful for our partnership with Vincennes University. As fun and exciting as it is to share in the growth of our EC program, it is more important to remember that we have grown in more than just earn credits and save dollars. Students, you've grown as individuals, as critical thinkers, as leaders, and as friends. From class discussions, CTAs, 15-page research papers, star parties, and of course scaring Mrs. McDougal, you have worked hard and you have had fun. You've accepted each other, regardless of similarity or difference. You become not just sympathetic of, but empathetic to each other's circumstances. We have enjoyed watching you grow as students and as an early college family. And know that no matter where life takes you, you have a school family here that loves you and is proud of you and will always be here for you. Keeping in tradition, every year our teachers nominate 2 students who they feel emulate the early college program. These students are kind and empathetic. They are determined, motivated, and eager to learn. They are the epitome of who an EC student is, both inside and outside of the classroom. This year, I am very proud to introduce Shannon Alte and Mason Runkle as our 2020 student representatives.
In former President Barack Obama's virtual commencement speech for our graduating class, he says, "If the world is going to get better, it's going to be up to us." Back in 2016, when we were writing our application essays for our early college program, I do not think any of us anticipated what we were signing up for. I remember in my essay, I stressed the fact that I was going to be the first of a large family to be going through high school, and I tried to pull a respectful pity card that it would be extremely helpful to have 2 years of college done by the time I graduated. Little did I know that my family would stressfully and blessedly double in size, but I also did not realize how much more I would get out of this program than just the credits. I am grateful to be able to look back on happy memories from my time in the early college program, despite our unexpected ending. Between rolling down the halls with Miss McDougall's chairs, hiding laughs and making sarcastic comments in Lyon's class, debating modern topics in Howe's room, to goofing off disapprovingly in Rice's class, I am forever grateful for the friendships EC has blessed me with. Early college has knowingly and unknowingly prepared us to be able to be the change for the better that Barack Obama has hinted at. Knowingly, our teachers gave us assignments that challenged us to think beyond the obvious, taught us academic skills that they knew we would need in our futures, and encouraged us when they knew we were struggling. But unknowingly, their encouragement has gotten us through some of our darkest days, even saved some of our lives. Their actions have shown us skills that will benefit us more than any academic fact ever will. Empathy was a term introduced to us in our freshman year, and it has continued to weave its way through these 4 years, all the way to our finale. Thank you, EC staff, for teaching us the skill and true meaning of being empathetic, because that is a trait that is needed more than ever in times like these. Thank you to our teachers and amazing staff that have created early college into the program that it is. We are all well-rounded and are extremely wise beyond our years. Well, most of us. However, I have no doubt that every single one of us is going to make a difference wherever we end up. I will never cease to say that I cannot imagine doing high school any other way. Would I have maybe liked it to look a little bit more like High School Musical? Well, I mean, obviously, who wouldn't? But the blessings brought by early college are still unmatched. Thank you all, teachers, staff, and friends, again for these past 4 years. I cannot wait to celebrate with you guys when the time comes, and I cannot wait to see the change we all will create in our futures. Congratulations, we did it.
Hi, I'm Mason, your uncle, and sadly this is my final year at Center Grove and being a part of early college. Coming into high school, I was told by people close to me that when it's all over, you don't want to have any regrets. I was told that you're only in high school once and to not waste a single second of it. People said that there will be lifelong relationships that will come from high school. People that we'll always stay in contact with. But I do not think anyone was expecting our senior year to end this way. I wish I knew that my last day was my last day so that I could say goodbye to all these people that I love. But our time together as a senior class will not be remembered by our grades, popularity, embarrassing moments, or our great achievements, but by our relationships and the kind of people that we were. Scholar and intellectual Kid Cudi once said, "Living life is a choice. Making a difference in someone else's isn't." The teachers and students of early college have made the past 4 years fly by. The time that the teachers took to make relationships with the students and make every day enjoyable means so much to all of us. The relationships that were made are something that non-early college students just wouldn't understand. I'll always remember senior seminar, seeing Mr. Lyon get crazy competitive with tug-of-war or doing three-leg races with DeArmond and Warner supporting us. The teachers were there for us whenever we needed anything. They went out of our way to make sure we were okay and asked us about our lives. You feel so close to your early college teachers and feel like you can joke around with them and say anything to them, unlike in your non-early college classes. The teachers were there for us not only for our school problems, but with life problems as well. They genuinely cared about us and what was going on in your lives, whether it was with sports, clubs, families, or other events. They did more than just teach us the criteria, they taught us life lessons. I felt I had a close relationship with every one of my teachers that I was comfortable saying anything to. I've also met some of my closest friends through early college. Every star class was filled with stories and laughs, and I'll never forget those guys. I always looked forward to seeing certain people in my classes, and every day held something new. In the future, most of us will move on to college. We'll meet our first roommate and realize that beds stacked on top of each other will leave so much more room for activities. We'll begin to meet so many more people and realize nothing is more important than healthy relationships. Relationships are where we get to influence, impact, and change people's lives. Your life cannot be meaningful without them. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, remember to live life without regret. Focus on your relationships and try new things. Thank you, early college teachers, for not only providing us with a great education, but also taking the time to build relationships with us that for some will last a lifetime. Now, let's all remember the words of street poet and Canadian philosopher Drake. No matter how dirty your past is, your future is spotless. Thank you.
Class of 2020, our Vincennes University partners are also proud of you. They recognize and appreciate your efforts throughout the past 4 years, and they join in your celebration.
Greetings, Center Grove High School early college graduates of 2020. I'm Vincennes University President Chuck Johnson, and I want to congratulate you on achieving this important milestone. You know, none of us wanted to celebrate your graduation in this fashion, but nothing can take away from your accomplishment. Those college credits and credentials you've earned will be with you for a lifetime. I wish you great success in all your future academic and career pursuits. But in the meantime, enjoy this moment. You've earned it. And stay safe and healthy.
Greetings, Center Grove High School and the graduating class of 2020. Congratulations to each and every one of you. My name is Nicole Schenkel, and I'm the Dean of the Academic Early College Program for Vincennes University. I know that this is not how you had planned to celebrate your big day, but just know we are all so proud of you and know that you will all go on to do great things. Again, congratulations to the class of 2020.
Hello, graduates. Provost Trainer here from Vincennes University. And on behalf of faculty and staff, I extend to you our warmest congratulations. You have worked hard to achieve this. You have worked from your desk, from your kitchen table, from your couch, and maybe even from your bed to achieve this. You will continue to face challenges as you move forward, but something tells me you'll do just fine. Congratulations, graduates.
Hi, seniors from Center Grove Early College, class of 2020. I'm Kevin Maurer, your Assistant Dean of Instruction from Vincennes. I want to make you a quick video to congratulate you on all your accomplishments through your 4 years. I chose to do it in this forest and stream because just like this forest, you've grown and gotten better and better throughout the years, and just like a stream, no matter what comes up, and a lot has over the last 2 or 3 months, you've kept on flowing towards your goal and towards all your accomplishments. So congratulations to the class of 2020 at Center Grove Early College. I wish you the best. I can't wait to see what you do next.
Shannon Alte, Associate in Science, General Studies degree, cum laude. Emani Armstrong, Associate in Science, General Studies degree. Kennedy Bader, Associate in Science, General Studies degree, summa cum laude. Avery Baker, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate, summa cum laude. Michaela Bandy, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate, magna cum laude. Mara Baston, Associate in Science, General Studies degree. Jada Beats, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate, cum laude. Haley Bellion, Associate in Science, General Studies degree. Emma Benefiel, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate, summa cum laude. Anita Benkert, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate. Jalen Bennett, College Credit. Carly Biergard, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate. Amanda Blanca, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate. Ethan Boots, Associate in Science, General Studies degree. Olivia Brandt, Associate in Science, General Studies degree. Micaiah Bryan, earned 30 or more college credits. Ashley Briscoe, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate, magna cum laude. Sophia Brooks, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate, magna cum laude. Brianna Brown, Associate in Science, General Studies degree, cum laude. Jamie Brown, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate. Marcella Buer, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate, cum laude. Kiersten Burris, Associate in Science, General Studies degree. Peyton Pingany, Statewide Transfer, General Education Course Certificate, cum laude. Elayna Cantrell, statewide transfer, general education core certificate, cum laude. Jessica Claridge, statewide transfer, general education core certificate, magna cum laude. Lillian Cloud, associate in science, general studies degree, magna cum laude. Shannon Coffey, statewide transfer, general education core certificate, magna cum laude. Matthew Collins, associate in science, general studies degree, magna cum laude. Corey Combs, statewide transfer, general education core certificate, magna cum laude. Claire Condor, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Allison Conkin, associate in science, general studies degree, summa cum laude. Alyson Cox, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Logan Dales, earned 30 or more college credits. Hope Davis, statewide transfer, general education core certificate, magna cum laude. Sophia DeMarco, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Adler Dodson, earned 30 or more college credits. Suzanne Dowell, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Carmen Duffy, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Ashley Eck, statewide transfer, general education core certificate, magna cum laude. Brenna Emerson, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Karan Esslinger, associate in science, general studies degree. Madison Fergason, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Devin Fisher, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Pierce Folds, associate in science, general studies degree, magna cum laude. Sophia Freeland, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Max Gashty, associate in science, general studies degree. Madison Gloyeski, statewide transfer, general education core certificate, cum laude. Matthew Gregory, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Emily Gross, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Mylee Grounds, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Jacqueline Hardin, earned 30 or more college credits. Colin Herron, associate in science, general studies degree. Chandler Holloway, earned 30 or more college credits. William Hubrick, associate in science, general studies degree. Jordan Jackomas, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Jonathan Jeffries, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Maggie Joseph, statewide transfer, general education core certificate, cum laude. Haley Kasumis, statewide transfer, general education core certificate. Ian Kelly, associate in science, general studies degree, summa cum laude. Michael Klingshire, earned college credit. Daphne Kozera, statewide transfer, general education core certificate, cum laude. Taylor Lambert, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Jacob Leathers, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Brianna Limbruner, associate in science, general studies degree, magna cum laude. Leslie Luong, associate in science, general studies degree, summa cum laude. Josiah Markway, associate in science, general studies degree. Gracie Marsh, earned 30 or more college credits. Bryn McCracken, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Sydney McDaniel, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Ashley Mills, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Bree Miner, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Benjamin Mitchell, associate in science, general studies degree. Sean Montgomery, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate, cum laude. Ryan Morgan, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Carly Nelson, associate in science, general studies degree. Thomas Novotny, earned 30 or more college credits. Logan Orender, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Isaiah Parr, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Shiv Patel, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate, cum laude. Sam Petty, associate in science, general studies degree. Olivia Philpott, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Alexander Pecan, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. John Profit, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Esri Putzik, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Millie Rathburn Hall, associate in science, general studies degree. Amanda Rising, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Kaya Revea, associate in science, general studies degree, summa cum laude. Madison Richardson, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Baleigh Riddle, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate, cum laude. Ariana Rivera, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Michelle Runquest, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Mason Runkle, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate, magna cum laude. Zoe Russell, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Kat Ryan Burke, earned 30 or more college credits. Joseph Sargent, associate in science, general studies degree, summa cum laude. Luke Schmidt, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate, magna cum laude. Alexa Shelton, associate in science, general studies degree, cum laude. Anthony Smith, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Blake Smith, earned 30 or more college credits. Isabel Snyder, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate, cum laude. Kaylin Stetler, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Anna Thatcher, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate, magna cum laude. Reagan Thomas, associate in science, general studies degree. Allison Todd, earned college credit. Jackson Totten, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Jonathan Trissler, associate in science, general studies degree. Jessica Allray, associate in science, general studies degree. Ashley Upchurch, associate in science, general studies degree, magna cum laude. L.J. Weems, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate. Addison Weinberg, statewide transfer, general education, core certificate, cum laude. Devin Welch, associate in science, general studies degree.
Meg White, Associate in Science, General Studies degree, magna cum laude. Maya Whitus, statewide transfer, General Education Core Certificate. Carson Wilhelm, statewide transfer, General Education Core Certificate, cum laude. Audrey Wilkins, Associate in Science, General Studies degree, cum laude. Joshua Williams, statewide transfer, General Education Core Certificate. Hannah Work, Associate in Science, General Studies degree. Kaya Yeast, statewide transfer, General Education Core Certificate, magna cum laude. Brooke York, statewide transfer, General Education Core Certificate, cum laude. Rachel Zeng, statewide transfer, General Education Core Certificate, magna cum laude.
Parents, thank you for sharing your students with us. I'm sure it seems like just yesterday you were dropping them off at the Hall of Excellence and they were entering our doors for freshman orientation. They were nervous, you were nervous, and everyone was hoping that they would find their classes in this large and daunting building. Now, 4 years later, they are ready to embark on their next journey. You have done well, and they are ready to soar. Thank you for sharing them with us.
It seems like just yesterday when you all first walked into room 178. Some of you may have been a little afraid of what came next, or let's be real, a little afraid of me. But the days passed. You analyzed Romeo and Juliet and When the Emperor Was Divine. You learned about attributive tags and parenthetical citations. You wrote theme statements and fake letters to the school board. And then all of a sudden you weren't a freshman anymore. And a year or two later, you came back into room 178. And I became the luckiest teacher in early college. The students that I had met as freshmen, I got to know again as juniors and seniors. You all had grown as students and as people. You were able to conquer that 15-page beast that stood in front of you. You set goals and knew what it was going to take to accomplish those goals. You recognized what it meant to be a member of a community. And now, as you graduate, I ask two things of you. Number one, don't forget how far you've come. And number two, never stop learning. When you stumble, learn from it. When you soar, learn from that too. Become a lifelong learner. And no matter what, remember that you've made this teacher very proud. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Good evening, EC class of 2020. It's Mrs. McDougall, and I just wanted to share a couple thoughts with you. I have so many memories of you that I'll always cherish. One would be when we used to act out the Hamlet scenes, the one with the funny skit, and some of you, I won't name names, were screaming so loud that you scared Mrs. Coyne. She thought somebody was being harmed in my room. All the times that you scared me, I think you've spent a lot of time under my desk, in my podium, behind the door, around the corner, hiding in a stairwell. I mean, you name it. You found a way to scare me, and you did it exceptionally well. Hating Daisy Buchanan with me. She drove us all crazy. There was a time where all of my desks went missing during STAR, and I have a feeling that had to do maybe with Warner's STAR. I know some of you were definitely involved in removing 34 desks from my room. Dancing in the summertime with our fruits, and of course, and always, Rasputin. And speaking, get my notes here, of Rasputin, it is a really hard dance if you go full out, right? If you just kind of phone it in, it's not very hard. But if you go all out in Rasputin, you're on the floor, on your knees, spinning around, right? And you have shown me through your work, your approach to life, your friendship, your congeniality, who you are, especially lately. And I hope that you always approach life like dancing to Rasputin every single day. Positivity, laughter, joy with those that you love. We love you. We are so excited for you and what you're going to do next. We're so proud of you, and we will miss you. Please stay in touch.
For those of you who do not know me, my name is Eric Howe, and I am the lead teacher here at the Early College Center Grove High School. This is just strange, talking to you here from my living room on some random Wednesday morning when we usually would be all gathered together in the auditorium celebrating your accomplishments. It would be at that time that I would take an opportunity to reflect upon the last 4 years that we as a staff have been able to watch you grow up and come of age, so to speak. Now I'm speaking to you through a computer screen. If you've ever taken one of my classes, you know that once I start talking, it's hard for me to stop, but I'm going to try to keep this short. You know, I've been thinking about you guys quite a bit and the hand that you've been dealt. And there's one quote that keeps coming to mind, and that is a quote by Abraham Lincoln, who said, quote, "I am a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down." Well, I sincerely hope that over the course of the last 4 years, you have found a friend like that in this program. Whether it's one of the teachers, one of your classmates, an administrator, or a tutor, I hope that you know we've been here for you and we will continue to be here for you, whatever the next chapter of your life may hold. We're an email or a phone call away, and when things get back to normal, you'll know where to find us. And we hope that you'll come back and say hi and share a little bit about your experiences and your successes. And who knows, maybe someday we'll be able to do this all over again and we'll be able to do it right. But until then, and until our paths shall cross again, I wish you nothing but the best, and Godspeed, class of 2020.
Students, as I've said before, we are so very proud of you and all of your accomplishments. While we wish that you could be here with us celebrating in person, please know that you have imprinted us in our minds and on our hearts, and we are better people because you have been a part of our lives. Before you leave, we have one final message.
Love yourself and what you are doing.
Even if you're not yet at the place you hope to land.
Let joy be the thing that drives you, and I bet you'll get there faster.
Give yourself permission to make mistakes.
Those mistakes are as valuable as triumphs.
If you free yourself from having to be right, you'll open so many doors.
You might choose classes that interest you rather than the ones you're supposed to take.
You might carry a book with you that isn't something required that you need to read for school.
Try something new, like, say, maybe take a 3-day spinning instructor certification class and then change the directions entirely.
And why not? Your job doesn't define you. Your bravery and your kindness do.
Even without any big accomplishments yet to your name.
You are enough.
You already have the most, and you're already one of the best.
Class of 2020, we are so proud of you. We love you, we miss you, and we cannot wait to see you again.